going live on YouTube. All right, I'm back. I guess over here. Check it out. If you're watching there on the YouTube, thanks for watching. Bottom line is tonight. I just want to reiterate that episode 175. To the people that watch, thank you. To the people who never watch the show, thank you too. I mean, got a lot of things in my mind, a lot of things going on. It's funny that I hope to get off of this platform one day, or at least share it with something else. You can find me somewhere else, maybe. What's going on with you guys, everybody? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, as for me and mine here, we're growing. People in the world are mentally growing. My family's growing, and no, I don't mean by another person. I meant we are getting older. We are maturing, or whatever that word is. I hope that whatever you're doing and whatever is going on in your world, I hope that you can grow with your family and grow and go. And the family that prays together stays together. And I know that's some people don't want to hear that. I've lost followers apparently, and I can only think it's because I've said certain things about religion. I'll tell you mine about me all day. Anything you agree or don't agree with what I may or may say that's up to you at your own risk. I'm not pushing anybody to anything of any kind. With that being said, I told you I'm going to try to get a guest here tonight. I don't know. Got so many things going on. There really is some good news towards the end of this, and I think I'm going to do it. It involves next week's episode. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you're going through these hard times, sorrow, struggles, stripes, trials, tribulations, ups, downs, twists, and or turns, I promise you it gets better. And if you think it don't, let me know. You just give me a call. I will give me a message, give you a message. I will get with you. I will give you some inspiration. I will let you know, how to get that inspiration or where it comes from or where you want it to go. Because I was telling a guy who I haven't seen in a long time tonight that we can look around the room and we could see people all day that are struggling. People do struggle, but you got to learn to look through it. I told him you got to learn to smile, and you got to learn that if you got children, you have to know if your children are around you, you have to know who's watching. You have to know you have to know that it's okay to rest, but it's not all right to give up. And that's what I was telling him. And if you're watching tonight, he said he always watches my show. He said, he liked what I did. But regardless of that, I'm not trying to get sentimental. I'm chatting. I'm gonna try to get a guest here tonight. I'm gonna break the news to a guest tonight on the show. You guys can talk to me if you wanna be part of it. There, look. Oh yeah, excessive heat warnings in the Midwest is what that is. Heat index is 110. Yeah, 110. I believe that. Here it's been, like I said, Georgia is already, the humidity is unreal anyway. 90 here is different than 90 wherever you are, and vice versa, because of that humility is what the old people call it. I like that humility, but we know it's humidity. Anyway, yeah, it's been crazy. Been in the yard. I've done work. They're recommending that if you do any kind of cutting of your grass or yard work, to do it after 6:00 this evening here. And when I found that out, I'm like, for what reason? They say, because it's so hot. I was like, it was after 11 this morning, and I had already done yard work, had already been outside. But I also take my half balding man bun and I put it on top of my hair or my head, and I don't care. Take my shirt off, get water all over me. Plus, I have a wet rag or handkerchief that's wet put around my neck, and I I'll do some yard work because, you know, I mean, somebody's got to do it, right? Um, I know somebody watching wants to be just wants to chat tonight. So I'm going to call them out. All right. So I wrote somebody over here somewhere. Anyway, once again, whatever you guys have going on, if it's bad, don't give up. If it's good, don't give up. If it's just mediocre, don't give up. Never give up. Don't be afraid to rest. And that's my message on this right here talk is because I'm seeing it. I try to say things that I know we all can relate to, even if it's a different, the way my wording's different, the dialect's different, the story's the same. I know we all go through. I was just telling this to one of my big brothers the other day that we all go through financial stuff, you know, finances, if you will. We all go through relationships. We all go through love. We all go through death. We all go through friendship. We all go through life relationships, if you will, of all kind, uh, and that's what make us up. That's what we do. But I told him that knowing that we all go through that, why are we fighting? We're all the same. I try to write songs and touch topics that we all can relate to, even though they go, I don't know about that. Well, if you haven't yet, or you haven't went through something, or can't relate to something, I understand that. But may you never. You can be blessed in that field of not knowing what it's like to suffer, or blessed in the field of, and that's your thing. If that's you, that's you. That's not me. I promise you that. There's so much more that I got a glare on my screen over here. But anyway, there's so much more going on in this world that I think people have we've missed the plots and the points of trying to get along. Um, I've learned in my life that friends can be your biggest enemy, and sometimes family, hell, family. Let's all face it, can be your biggest enemy. Um, I say enemy loosely. I don't mean like push away enemy, defend yourself, but in a sense, yes, defend yourself even against family, and sometimes that's hard. Friendships are hard. I'm seeing struggles that I see other people that come to me or share or show people what they're going through. And in my world, I'm like, damn, I wish I could tell them, that this is what happened because that happened to me. Or, this right here is what happened because, this is how I done this situation. This is how I got out of that. And sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I should just keep my mouth shut because, you know, it's not my business. And I don't want things to be my business. I just want people to understand that you're not alone at things. Like I'm nobody special. I'm nobody that's going to, oh, I got a degree or doctorate, or I'm not. Okay. Once again, I speak from my heart. I speak from my experiences. I speak from things I know. I asked the guy the other day, I'm like, how do you talk to people in this world if you don't know anything? Like there's really people that will talk and they're full of shit. I don't know. I think because I do try to talk about what I know and I know what I talk about, that I think I'm hated for that. I think there's so many fake people out there that they think that I'm one of them, or and I'm not. Um wasn't that long ago where I had a family member, well, I won't even get into it, but a family member is basically being petty, being stupid, and I took him off the friends list of my own. I mean, that's petty, right? That's Facebook. That's YouTube. That's I took him off the list, any list, like literally deleted them and followed them. Was like, I don't got time for this because when you're toxic, and I'm not gonna tolerate that. I know we can only take so much, and you can only do this, and you can be so nice to so many people, but I'm not gonna tolerate people's bull crap. Because if I tolerate it, then I have to go against what I really don't want to do, and that is not tolerate it and suffer and be somebody I'm not. And by putting up with bullcrap, that's me. pretending to be somebody I'm not, and I'm not going to. Now, at the same time, I've realized that there's ways to go through that. There's ways to tell people, how you feel without necessarily, wanting to rip their heads off or yell. That's my part. That's what I suffer with. Trying to, you know, relay or reciprocate back in a good manner. Or when I reply, it's always sometimes I'm negative, really bad, and I get on my damn nerves about it. Um, it drives me nuts because I'm not trying to be. So when I try to master that or work on that, and somebody else thinks I should do something else, and they don't realize that mentally I'm trying to change, so I ain't got time to do something else. From people want to get you from try certain foods at certain days, or get on their diet, or they want to tell you what not to drink or what to drink, or whatever have you, and you already they think that you don't do nothing but sit on your butt, or you might not do nothing to care for yourself. In reality, up here is more important than any kind of anything else somebody might want you to do. So I'm learning how I've coped with things, and I try to give that back to people. That's just what I do. I don't know. I'm babbling tonight. I don't know. It stopped raining, so we don't hear the rain here, but we had a big burst of rain for like an hour. And it was nice, but it got everything wet. I'm duh, but I meant wet and nasty. But I still like it. I don't know how to explain that. Like, it was nice having that kind of break in uh, um, this heat wave that we had going on. So, that's one thing. All right, who's watching tonight? Oh wow, I see you guys. I do have some news. Somebody get on here, and it's nothing to do. It's about the show next week. It's some good news. If somebody wants to try to get on, try it. If not, I'm going to randomly pick somebody one day, and I guess the worst they can do is not, answer or not want to be part of what I'm doing. Once again, anybody that follows me know what I'm about. Talk about everything under the sun, including the sun. So, you know what? I'm going to give somebody, I'm going to give a random person. I say random, a phone call. Dun, 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 dun. I do know that some people are coming back from their vacations. Some of you are starting school soon. Some of you already have. For us, it's it's next week. The kids are going back. Open house, orientation, meeting the teachers, all of that. It's happening soon. So I'll pray for you guys going back to school, all the kids, for their safety. And if you're not into that kind of thing, well, I am, and I'm forced to say that our kids should be our priority. I'm for, not that nobody thinks that. That's not what I'm saying, but anything to keep the kids safe. And we live in this world where we always have, but y'all know I'm not getting into that. I'm not going to be politicking back and forth right there. That's not how I popcorn. So that's not what we're going to do. So if you're going back to school, if you're doing your thing, where whether it's you or your kids, some of you, it's the first time at school, it's kindergarten. Some of these kids are the first time in their whatever grade that they are in. Some people are doing education by themselves. Some the first time middle school, grade school, elementary school, high school, college, and you may be graduating soon. Some of you, I don't know what everybody's doing, but I wish you all the best of luck. It's that time of the year. And let me go ahead and say, just throw this out there. In 4 months, it's going to be Christmas. So there you go. Always remember that when school starts back, you got about 4 months until Christmas. So wow, why did I just do that? I don't know. It drives me insane to think some of these years have just flown by and went by, and now I get where the elders tell you You get a certain age, it flies by. This right here happens, it flies by. Don't blink, I'm learning. I'm learning. Um, I feel like I need to call somebody, see if we can get somebody on the phone here. Um, but at the same time, I'm noticing that certain people I want to talk to are not answering their phone. I'm over here. Uh, but back to the lecture at hand. That was me. That was a little talk there, and I threw in some chats. Now it's time for like the good news. Some good news. What does that mean for most people? Well, for most people, it's exactly that. It is good news. Well, I'd said that I was going to say some good news here that pertains to next week's episode. And, well, simply put, y- you're going to wait a few more minutes before I tell you. Uh, it's a really cool thing. Y'all know that I like to reach out. If you don't, I write many influencers I have been known to, people that influence me and inspire me. I've reached out to them, people that make me laugh, you draw inspiration from, people that are just funny. Uh, you got certain people you click with, certain people you like, certain people that you like watching, if you will, on YouTube or on Facebook. But oh, there it is. But I reach out to people and I sometimes don't get responses at all. Sometimes people just don't care. And I get it, if they're like, look at this schmuck, he thinks he's something. No, I kind of look like I'm the guy who wants to, you know, let people know about stuff in life. But we're just talking, we're chatting. That's what tonight is. But the good news is sometimes things right back. Things happen where I have to write back, where I have to get a response. And some of the responses are nothing. Some of them are bull crap. So stay tuned just a little bit. Um, I don't know that I'm going to name drop, but I might. And this coming up week, I am telling you, I can tell you already that next week's going to be live. I haven't had anybody live talking in a while. Back when COVID hit, I did everything from the house. I didn't go on location to people's homes. I didn't go out a lot. Y'all started seeing footage that I had that I set on for a while and threw it out there. People started seeing me more. And I had one guest in here, right over here in this chair, sitting here talking. And I think that was one of the last guests I had here. But I want to start bringing that back again. I know COVID was a couple years back, but I've been doing this for 175 weeks. And I was making videos two two weeks prior to that. So about 177, 78 weeks now. So, and yes, 177 to 178. I believe that's the exact number there. It's 178, I think. But um, I'm going to keep going. Um, I met a person or seen a person tonight that I haven't seen in a while. Earlier today, I say tonight, and these are one of the people that have wrote me about situations that they were in, and told me that they saw my video and liked it, and it was something that they needed to hear. And I see this person, it's a different kind of feeling when you see somebody in person and that according to them anyway, that they watched the video by you and it made them think. And then when you meet him in person, I mean, I know the person is a good friend of mine. He's awesome. Uh, but when you see him in person, you still get that like feeling like that's still cool. Knowing that they wrote you, knowing that certain things about them that you don't want to tell nobody, and you're not going to tell nobody, but it's just between you guys. I don't know. Seeing somebody in person, it was a whole different ball game for me. Like knowing, like I said, that somebody liked one of your videos, and now you're shaking their hand, or you're going to dinner with them, or you're talking to them in person, that was a different feeling. And I'm sitting there stuttering because I'm it's my words. I don't always have good, you know, ways with words. It's what I tell people. So if you got something out of something that I said, um, that makes me happy. That makes it worth the while. That makes it worth everything, you know, that one person writes you and they say, your video